Yeah, you definitely can't tell that. Well, well, I'm live. There I am. I have coffee, right? Might die. Might die with it. But that means we're gonna have to finish before like around 9:30, so I can run up and get creamy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I gotta get sheets on his bed.
Mm-hmm. Diabolical.
I gotta put his pee pad in the. I almost said in the oven. Wow.
In the oven. Go put it. Make it up nice.
The word oven popped up in my head. Like, no, that's not right. Dryer.
Make sure you don't burn it.
There's pee pad in the oven.
What's up, Barney? All right. We have a, I'm kind of calling it the fresh out of the privy auction. These bottles that we dug out of that last pit, that last video I put up, are extremely clean. Super clean. There were some of them that had a little bit of staining, but for the most part, man, I'm talking, these bottles came out looking fabulous. Look at that. For a Privy Dug bottle, my goodness. I think it's just, wow. Here's another one. This is actually a semi-hard to find Cincinnati Med, which you don't hear of very often because mostly everything out of Cincy is common. But this is a harder to find one of Dixon's Blackberry Garminative. Is that Garminative? Really nice bottle. But super clean stuff. A lot of bottles come out of that pit. I actually didn't even get to take a picture. Like the picture I posted up on Facebook for the auction, that might have been half of what came out of that hole. I took that picture halfway through the hole because of how crazy it was. It was just bottle after bottle after bottle, and you know how it is. Most holes, most of the bottles you're pulling are slick, and they get put in the pile too, whatever, just to show, you know, the volume of bottles that come out of that hole. But there can't be many. I know there's definitely not many spots left on the Drake. Some actually don't even have my book. No, where's it? I do have my book. False alarm. I have my book. Where is the Drakes? Is there somewhere? Oh, I thought there was more on that. So there's only 6 spots on the Drakes right now. So we have open 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, and 20 on the Drakes. Only $10 a spot. Nice looking orange amber Drake's Plantation Bitters. 1880s variation, one of the later ones, but still a nice bottle. And it is a 4-log, I think. Yeah, 4-log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 14 spots left. You want number 7, Spud? Spud wants 7. Alright. So now there's, what did I just say there was? 14? 13? What is it? I'll be damned. Now they think there's 13 spots left. What's up, Paul? So 13 spots left on the Drake's Plantation bitters. And obviously we still have the Black Glass Ponald Ale. And it has 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. It has 13 spots left as well. So each of them have 13 spots left, and they are both $10. $10 a spot. Can't beat it. You can pay $10 and win bottles that are well worth over $100 a piece. So I mean, you can't beat that. I'm gonna wait a little bit, let a couple people get in here. Yeah. Me and old Billy are gonna try to dig tomorrow. The yard that we are looking at, I probed years and years ago. You want numbers 1, 3, and 5? Yeah, they're all open. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm on the Drakes. Yeah. One, 3, and 5 on the Drakes for Arnie. Alright. So now we have 10 spots left. 10 spots left on the Drakes. 10 spots left on the Drakes. Got half of it full. Check this thing out. This teal Rumford came out of that privy with the cork. I mean, that cork is lodged in there. There's no... I held it upside down, shook it to see if anything would come out, and it's like, it's so lodged right there that this thing has been corked since it was thrown in the hole, easily. And that hole had a couple 1880s bottles in it. It was mostly 1890s stuff. You can see the surface of the glass on this Rumford. Not only is it super clean for coming out of a privy, but it is crude. Nice crude, wavy, whittled glass on a Rumford. Nice looking bot. And it still has, I'm going to say this is original contents, obviously from sitting under the ground for well over 100 years. It maybe once was a different color than that, and the color's gone. I don't know. Maybe it was clear. I have no clue what it looked like. But yeah, some kind of contents still in the Rumford bottle that has been in there. You can see some floaties in there. Oh yeah, a bunch down in that corner. Some kind of white substance down there. But who knows what it was. Oh, cork shrunk. I'm probably gonna die now. It just dripped. It totally just dripped. Don't know how to smell. Well, the cork may not be sealed anymore. That could have just been from washing it. I think it was. Yeah, it was just water around the rim from washing it. I knew at one time, Paul, but I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was a medication or a cleaner. Get a few more people in here. A lot of the time, you know, starting at 6 or 6:30, a lot of people aren't quite tuned in yet, and it takes a couple minutes to get a couple people in here. Usually it's not till about 7:30 people start coming out. It probably is about 7 now, isn't it? Oh yeah, Rumford was popular. Thank you, Arnie. I appreciate it. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff with me that came out of that pit tonight. And like I said, it's all super clean. There was some interesting stuff. We got, yeah, common but awesome colors on them things. I like the real green ones, the forest green. They're a little harder to find. And they got the patent 1886, I think, on the base of them. They're a little older and nice bottles. But we got some local drugstores out of that hole that were pretty hard to find. Ended up digging one. I think there's only a handful of them known out of Oakland, Maryland. But it was fun pit. We were due for a jammed up pit. I just wish it was like 20 years older. Yeah, it seems like me and Gene are the only people that can keep the same, or the only two that keep the same people consistently. I mean, hey, me and Gene are reasonable. We're not trying to rob anyone, you know. A lot of the time, when you've been digging for as long as me and Gene have, you know what stuff's worth. Just because it's the first time you ever saw it doesn't mean it's worth a fortune. You know, obviously, I dig stuff all the time to this day that I've never dug before. You know, a lot of the time, people, I'm not even going to say collectors, people in the bottle, I don't even know what to call it, but people that auction bottles, that's what I would say. People into bottles for the profit, not the hobby of digging them and just, you know, like loving collecting glass. They'll dig something that they've never dug before and think that it's like the greatest thing on the planet, and then bring it to their auction and start it out at $50 when it's worth 50 cents. Can't stand seeing that. I can't stand it. And then, you know, use the good old used car salesman pitch. Oh, look at that great bottle. You know, like, once people start finding out what they're buying and finding out that, you know, there's no solid value to that bottle because it's, you know, you're paying $50 for it when it's worth 50 cents and all you're doing is losing money in the long run, then they leave. People leave and they don't ever come back to your auction again. So I've had, you know, a lot of different people that I've sold bottles to in the past that has been consistent and stuck in the auctions and tell me several times, why are your auctions so much cheaper than everybody else's, or why is your auction so much cheaper than this person or that person. It's because, like I said, you know, I'm not trying to make a fortune off anybody. if I was trying to make more money off of people, I'd be bringing heavier bottles to the table. But you know, it's fun. It's fun, and I know like people like to like to see what I dig out of the ground, and they like to have a chance to buy what they can watch being dug out of the ground. It's cool. Definitely some kind of like nostalgia with it. I don't know. Yeah, for real. Baking powder. I thought for some reason I thought it was some kind of cleaner, some kind of well, yeah, they did use baking powder to clean stuff back then too, but so it's kind of a. I guess they probably used it for a bunch of different things. Baking powder can be used for all kinds of different stuff. So at some point they put something other than the Rumford baking powder in that bottle. I mean, I guess I highly doubt that it's groundwater, only because it was like the only, well, I'm gonna say it was the only whole or full bottle in the hole, because this cream bomb is almost completely full. It's like up to right there, and then it's got a bunch of, it's pretty much got all the contents in it. So there was other bottles that come out of there that still had stuff in them. There was actually a little Katara cure that was some kind of nasty pasty stuff. Like, that's up, Gene. And I couldn't even clean it. It was so gross. It was just, it didn't want to come out of the bottle, and I didn't even bother trying to clean it. So I'm not gonna be selling it tonight. It was cool though, little tiny 1890s Katara cure salve jar, like salve jar type deal. That's crazy. Yeah, when they got that nasty stuff in them, I'm gonna be honest with you, every now and then we'll dig a cod liver oil, and even though, you know, they're cool looking bottles, and they're pretty aqua, nice big paneled bottles, blown in mold ones, and as hard as it is to throw them back in the hole, if they're full of that stuff, we throw them back in the hole. I don't even bother trying to clean that. These are what I'm talking about. And that last hole had one in it. But this one actually has the fisherman on the bottom. But yeah, we normally throw them back in the hole if they're caked with that crap. It's just not worth trying to clean them. And I haven't really found anything other than, and I'm be honest with you, I've never tried muriatic acid on it. Never tried it, but I don't think it works. I don't think muriatic acid will eat it. But then again, I could be wrong. Anybody that's just coming in, there is still 2 waffles. You're looking at them. Drake's Plantation Bitters on the right, Black Glass Ponald Ale on the left. $10 a spot. There's only 10 spots left on the Plantation Bitters and 13 spots left on the Ponald Ale. Was it clear, Matt? Just a clear one? Jeez, if you like them, you'd love these holes we dig in West Virginia. I don't know what it is, but you come over into Maryland, not dig one pumpkin seed flask. You go over into West Virginia into some of them towns, them privies are just loaded with them. I think we dug 300 pumpkin seeds out of one hole there a few years ago. And it's crazy because, I mean, there was other bottles in it, but it was just, you know, I don't know if it was a saloon or what it was, but just crazy. And the owner wanted us to leave them all out of the hole. And we explained to him, we were like, look, if we don't put these back in the hole, it's going to sink, because that's a lot of space all them bottles took up in that hole. So he didn't care. He said, I don't care. He said he either said he wanted to put them in concrete and make a sidewalk with them, or I can't remember what it was, but I don't know how that would work. But we didn't put them back in the hole, and the hole sunk, and he didn't care. But yeah, he wanted every one of them things. Bunch of gonorrhea cures in there too. He liked them. He wanted them. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. He's an older guy. I don't think he even knows how to use eBay, but no, they're still sitting there. We actually probed the yard a couple houses down from there and walked around the fence in the back, and they're still sitting on the back of the property where we left them. He hasn't even touched them, and like I said, that's been like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm sure a lot of them's probably frozen, busted. My mom calling you. Oh yeah, they're definitely purple. I'll guarantee it. But all right, we got, actually, yeah, we got 16 people in here. We're gonna go ahead and do a lag check and get started. Like I said, if anybody is interested in the waffles at any time, you can just let me know what spots you want. Ask what spots are open. Got, like I said, the Black Glass Ponald Ale and the $10 a spot for each of them. $10 a spot. The Drake's only has 10 spots left. I'm just an amateur at probing. I'm just an amateur. Let's see here. Lag check. Alright. Everybody send them lag checks. Orny. John. Queen City Diggers. There's a couple towns here that are like that. Anything close to the river, John Measy. Anything close to the river, we get sandy soil. And it's straight sand. A lot of the places, it's straight sand. And like the one town in West Virginia we dig, it's straight sand, real close to the river. Matt. Rock skipper. And that's honestly when I first started digging outhouses, the guy that taught me how to do it, he told me, he said, have you ever dug this town, Spud? And I was like, no. I was like, I mean, I know it's really old. I was like, but I've never dug it. And he's like, well, he's like, if you're going to get privy permissions, that's where you need to do it. So Collector Paul, I went over and talked to a few people and got my first couple permissions over there. And, you know, I ordered probe. Went over there, didn't have any idea what I was doing with it. And I tried and tried and tried. And I had, you know, when you're first starting, you don't know what you're looking for. It's just, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And I went around with that thing, not knowing what the heck I was doing, and didn't find anything because, like I said, just you're oblivious. And it was all sand. It all felt great. I thought everything was privy. And once I dug a couple with him, you know, he'd find it and then he'd be like, all right, you know, show me where you think it is. And I'd mess around. It took a while, but once I got it, you just know. Once you feel a good one, you know. And yeah, you're gonna get into sand is the best stuff to learn, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I prefer sand. I prefer sand now, which is crazy. But once you get really good, you can tell that difference between sand and ash and trash. It's just sand is going to be the same consistency. It's going to be smooth every time, and it's just going to feel like sand. Once you're used to probing sand, you know sand. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's easier. Another thing with sand is you don't get all your rocks, and clay can be a pain in the ass. You don't have to deal with clay quite as much. We actually have that here too. We got the cobble issue here. But like I said, anything close to the river is sand, and that really helps us out. And a lot of the time, the bottles that come out of that sandy soil look really nice. The privy that you guys just saw us dig on there, it was a mountain privy. It was actually on a hillside. I don't know if you guys could tell in the video, but we were on a slight hillside, and with mountains all around us, you know, rocky, everything. But the people of this town, they built a stone iron furnace back in the 1830s, and when they did this, they shipped over a bunch of master stonemasons from Germany, and they, you know, stayed here, and a lot of the families originate from, I think it's like Dutch, German, something like that, and they were great masons. So all the privies in this town, mostly all of them, are stone liners, and the stones that they used were, gosh, I mean, they were using boulders on these stone line pits. So every now and then we'll get lucky, get in one that they didn't throw 8,000 rocks in, and we'll hit a lot of bottles that ain't broke. And sometimes we get into them and they've thrown 8,000 rocks in them and everything is broke. But I don't know, it just depends. But like I said, once you learn probing and you've been doing it for, now don't get me wrong, there was times, throughout me learning how to do it, the years learning how to do it. You don't just learn overnight, and you don't learn in a year. You find you find out new techniques and different things like as you go, and for me, it probably took me a solid 5 years of finding pits, and we were finding pits a lot. You guys see the videos. We were finding a lot of pits to actually learn everything there is to know about probing for bottles. What's he doing?
It sounded like he threw something else over.
Well, getting permissions is pretty much as simple as asking, and you got to be confident. Confidence is huge. You don't want to go up there and asking and sounding like you don't know what you're talking about. You always want to know what you're talking about. Persuade them and convince them that you know what you're talking about. And pretty much, for some people will just tell you, I don't care what you do. So they're the best people. And then every now and then you get some people that are like, they're on the fence with it. And, with them people, you just explain to them, like, look, one good way to put it is some people, they might, sometimes you might have to pay to dig a yard. You might tell people, hey, look, we'll give you $20, let us dig the yard. Look at it like this. Some people like to go out and they like to pay however many dollars for, a round of golf. Well, we like digging bottles. This is what we want to do. This is what we like to do. We'd rather pay this money to dig a hole in the ground. Or, I don't know, there's a bunch of different approaches that you can use with people. But, one thing that we've found in some areas are different. People can be different. But where I'm from, a lot of the local towns, most people don't care. They really don't. You tell them, look, we want to dig a hole. We're going to cut the grass out, lay the sod to the side. All the dirt goes in trash cans or on a tarp. When we're done, we fill it back in. We put the grass back down. Come next spring, you won't even be able to tell we were there. And if you can tell we were there, we'll bring Phil, fix it. Next year, you won't even be able to tell we were there. Everything has to be done professional. As soon as you start slipping up, especially in a neighborhood where you're trying to dig several properties, they're going to tell each other. Like, those people all know each other. And you screw one person's yard up, they're going to tell their neighbor. Don't let them people dig in your yard. They screw their yard up. So it's just got to be, there's a lot of professionalism to it. And I don't know. Like I said, once you learn it, you learn it. Like Billy, took Billy maybe a year or so to start learning how to find them, but he does all right. Billy's pretty good at probing now. All right, let's get started. Let me see here. Let's start off with the old Gooding soda again. Start off with the old clear Gooding Deco soda. This is a Gooding bottling company out of Cumberland, Maryland. And I'm guessing that date code's 1934. A 1934 Deco soda bottle out of Cumberland, Maryland. Pretty cool looking bottle. No damage on it. It is clear. We're gonna do a dollar start on the Gooding soda out of Cumberland, Maryland. Yeah.
Where was the structure at?
I don't remember. What's my best one line? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll go up and I'll be like, me and my buddy, because I usually got somebody with me. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But you say, me and my buddy collect antique bottles. We search for old outhouses and backyards, because in the early 1900s and 1800s they threw all of their trash in their outhouse. And we dig that trash up, try to find local bottles, we collect them, and yada yada yada. Then we tell them, you know, if there's a lot of bottles in it, we'll obviously give a lot of them to use, and usually it works out. If it don't work out, whatever, on to the next. Location's everything. Location is, it's everything. I mean, if you're digging a 1890s house, your oldest pit's going to be 1890s. If you're digging an 1840s house, your oldest pit's going to be 1840s. And obviously you want the 1840s house. I'm going to pull the gooding. Oh, let's see here. All right. Here's a little bottle that pulled out of that recent privy. It does have a little lip chip on it, but this is actually one of those bottles that would be a first for me. It says W and Company, Philadelphia. W and Company, Philadelphia. Has a nice little monogram there. Most likely 1890s. Just a little square. It's a little square med or something. I don't know what it is. But here's the lip. I'll show you the little chip out of it. Right in the front. Little chip out of the lip. It's a little 1890s W and Company out of Philly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put that on there or not. Yeah. Alright. W and Company, Philadelphia. We're going to do a $2 start. $2 start on the little tiny monogram med. $2 start. Everybody on the Philly med. Pull it. Have a J.F. Howard out of Haverhill, Massachusetts. Nice condiment bottle. Some type of condiment bottle. So I'm going to sit up there. We're going to do let's do a $3 start. $3 start on the J.F. Howard. Haverhill, Massachusetts. Nice condiment bottle. This one came out of the top of that pit. Appreciate it, Bouncer.
Just let it on that.
when they bring it downstairs.
Can you put that up? Might as well.
Nobody on the Howard. Pull it. Alright, how about chocolate milk? Here we have a 400. It says 400, the only fresh chocolate milk with Rico flavor? What's that mean?
Rice?
Is that rice?
Maybe.
No, that's an O.
Maybe.
R-I-C-O.
Maybe it's supposed to, no, it's supposed to be rice.
No, that's an O.
Okay.
And it's an O on that side.
Okay.
R-I-C-O. With a Rico flavor. Me neither. 400 milk. It's just a little half pint chocolate milk. It does have a little ding in it right there. This was a creek find. Alright, we're gonna, this milk's probably 1930s, 40s, something like that. We're gonna do get a $2 start on it with a little ding. $2 start on the 400 chocolate milk. Spuds at 2, starting the clock. Need 3 or more. Yep, that is true. Feel for the difference in soil. You can usually, there's people that just simply look for walls. Like, you're just looking for walls. You're not looking for ash. You're not looking for anything like that. You're looking for walls. And that's actually a really good way to do it. Sometimes I use that method. It just, I don't know, it depends. It usually only takes me about 5 minutes tops to find the pits when I go in the yard. Russ is at 3, need 4. On lag, 2, 1, 0. That was Russ at 3. Russ at 3. Spud, you were just out on that one. Next. Alright, here we have I want to say this is a pint-sized knife edge coffin flask. Nice knife edge. A lot of the time when these come out of Privy, they're damaged. I don't know. I have no clue, Russ. Rico Suave. Nice 1890s. Some of these go into the 1880s. Knife edge coffin flask. I don't know where that. Oh, wait. A lot of the time these things glow real nice. Well, you can't tell, but it glows pretty nice. Alright, we're going to do a $3 start on the knife edge coffin flask. Refined instant cocoa is what Rico is.
Turn it off.
$3 start on the knife edge.
Okay. Turn it off. Is that my phone?
What is that? Is it coming from outside?
Yes, I'm a smoke detector.
Be careful. Be careful. You seriously just made that up. $3 start on the knife edge coffin. Be careful, son. What are you doing? Don't lock her out. Unlock the door now.
Give me the phone.
You need us to check for
No, because the neighbor's smoke detector's going off and they're not home. I gotta call the fire department. Give me the freaking
Don't
phone.
call the fire department.
What?
You just go over and look. Go down and
What are you
tell.
talking about? I just did.
What?
I just did. It's the neighbor's smoke alarm and no one's home.
Does it smell like smoke? Call my mom. I think she's got her number.
the fire department.
No, you don't need to
don't.
call the
You
fire
don't.
department.
Right.
You better watch your mouth.
That's them, right?
Anyways. $3 start on a knife edge of coffin flash. Right? Oh my. Nobody on the knife edge. I'm gonna pull it. I don't know what is going on outside. My helper just left me, so alright, next. We're gonna do a pear, a cone ink, and a mucilage. Okay. There's the cone ink. Nice aqua cone, blown in mold. And a glue. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. There's a smoke detector going off next door, and our neighbors are not home, so I don't know. Actually, that might even be them right there. No. Guys, I lost my help for tonight. But anyways, let's keep going. Koning and mucilage, both 1890s. We're gonna do a $4 start on this one. $4 start on the mucilage and Koning. We'll run them as a pair. $4 start. Spuds at 4. Starting the clock. Oh shoot. That didn't start the clock. Alright. Clock is rolling in 5 or more. 5 or more. Five or more. Nice pair of blown in mold. Well, one's a mucilage, other one's an ink bottle. Really nice spots. I'm sitting here trying to listen to hear what's going on outside while I'm watching on lag. 3, 2, 1, 0. That was spud at 4. Spud at 4 on the pair. All right. Let's see. Next, we have a little 1890s E.R. Durkee and Company out of New York. E.R. Durkee and Company out of New York. We're also gonna run another extract style bottle with that, an N.H. Jennings out of Baltimore. And this is one of those ones that I've never dug this bottle before. It was my first time ever digging an N.H. Jennings out of Baltimore. So we have an E.R. Durkee and an N.H. Jennings, both extract style, 1890s. They both have small little lip flakes, like pry marks, like they were prying the corks out of them. E.R. Durkee, N.H. Jennings. We're going to do a $4 start. $4 start on the pair of extracts. $4 start on the pair of extracts. Nobody on the extracts. Go ahead and pull them. Let's do a doubles cough and croup cure out of what,
Now
bud?
there's like a ooh sound.
Oh yeah.
There's like an owl sound.
Out of Waynesboro, PA, and this is actually a pretty tough to find bottle. Waynesboro, PA, not a terribly big town at all. It's kind of small town in PA. Nice doubles cough and croup cure out of Waynesboro, PA. Probably a early 1890s, possibly late 1880s med. We're gonna do a $30 start on this one. $30 start on the doubles cough and croup cure out of
You need this
Waynesboro,
bottle?
PA.
Do you need this bottle?
Yeah, just leave it right there, bud.
Okay.
Nice bottle here.
Mommy.
Harper, I'm on the phone.
Doubles cough and croup cure.
I just want a phone, Daddy. Please, Daddy.
All right, Paul. Nobody at 30. I'm gonna pull it. Is it coming from there?
Yes.
And they're almost
I
home.
smell it. There's what?
Son, there's nothing to smell.
There's nothing.
Next. Here we have a F. Brown's Essence of Jamaica Ginger out of Philly.
I do smell it actually.
Nice looking little med. We are gonna do a $5 start. $5 start on the F. Brown's Essence of Jamaica Ginger out of Philly. This bottle has no damage. Absolutely stunning for coming out of a privy. Paul's at 5, starting the clock. Needs 6 or more. Spud's at 6, needs 7.
Now we smell the smoke. It's like running. It's like in front of the door.
No, son, quit
Yeah, you
making
can
stuff
smell
up.
it. I still smell it. Come smell it.
Yeah, that's Tom Ford.
I can still smell that smoke.
You're gonna let Skeeters in the house. I sent it. Check your Facebook. Your Facebook Messenger, Bill. It won't let me do professional invoices on PayPal because to do the ones like Travis does, you gotta have a PayPal business account. On lag 2, 1, 0. That was Spud at 9. Spud at 9 on the F. Browns. Next. All right, here's a cool one. This is a cool bottle. So, this is like one of the first bottles we pulled out of that privy. Here we have it says the Evans Chemical Company Proprietors, Big G out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and this is a gonorrhea cure. Big G stands for gonorrhea, and this is a cool one. Really neat looking blown in bottle. It does have a little tiny flake right there. You can just barely see it. Probably 1890s. The Evans Chemical Company Proprietors, Big G, Cincinnati, Ohio, USA. We are gonna do let's do a $10 start on this one. $10 start on the Big G. Nice gonorrhea cure. Right, isn't that cool? Big G. $10 start. Nice clean bottle. I mean, like I said, them bottles that come out of that privy were looking nice. Nice looking bottles. Candy is at 10, 11 or more. 11 or more on the gonorrhea bottle. The Big G. Big G. Nice. I'm gonna end up putting them back up because I think they'll eventually go. But this sold. Bill, I do. I have Venmo preferably. Wait a minute. Let me think. Yeah, Venmo preferably. I do have Cash App too, though. I don't really use Cash App too often. What's up, Christine? On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was spotted 11. Spotted 11 on the Big G. Don't worry, I got one more to put up. I got one more of them with me. Alright, next. Here's a cool one. Gosh, Bill, I don't know it right off the top of my head. I'll have to send it to you after the auction. You can bid. You can bid if you want. I know you're good for it. But as soon as the auction's over, I'll send you my Venmo. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'll have to look at it. But if you want to bid on something, go ahead. But here we have a E.C. DeWitt and Company out of Chicago, USA. And the panel is super crude. I don't know if you guys see that, but it's like whittled. It does have a little bit of rust, but that ain't nothing. That's not too bad. It says 1 minute cough cure. I thought this was pretty cool. 1 minute cough cure. E.C. DeWitt and Company out of Chicago. And this is an 1880s bottle. Like I said, there was a couple 1880s bottles that come out of that hole. 1 minute cough cure. Pretty cool one. Definitely a neat little bottle. No damage. Like I said, just a little bit of rust haze in there. 1 minute cough cure. If that cured your cough in a minute, I can only imagine what was in it. Rhyme for the night. Used to be a rapper. We're gonna do a $5 start on this one. $5 start on the little 1880s 1 minute cough cure. That's probably loaded with opiates of all kinds. Pause at 5, starting the clock, needs 6 or more. Jägermeister liquid codeine. Whew. Most of the time, I couldn't even handle just Jägermeister by itself. Need 6 or more. 6 or more on the 1 minute cough cure. It's 1880s. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul. Paul at 5. Paul at 5. Sorry. Next. There we go. Here, we got a whiskey. That hole was slammed full of whiskeys. There was a lot of cylinders in there that were embossed, which is a shame because they had cracks in them, and the bottom was out of some of them. But there was all kinds of different embossed whiskey cylinders in there. One of them actually said popcorn whiskey. It was pretty cool. But anyways, there were some smaller whiskeys that did come out. This is a Altamont Pure Rye. This is a Baltimore flask. They aren't seen quite as often as a lot of other Baltimore flasks, so not super common. It does have a fisheye, as you can see, just a little one. That's not a crack on it. That's like a bubble or something. But just that little circle, little ping in it. Other than that, I mean, that's just manufacturing flaw in the lip. Other than that, super clean bottle. What's up, Bobby? Really nice whiskey. And I'm sure it, oh yeah, glows real nice, of course. We're gonna do a, let's do a $5 start. $5 start on the Altamont Pure Rye. Nice whiskey bottle out of Baltimore. $5 start. Probably dates around, probably 1890s, turn of the century, somewhere around in there. $5 start. Altamont Pure Rye. Nice whiskey bottle. Nice slug plate whiskey. Why is it cutting the top and bottom of the bottle off on me? That's weird.
Can you brush my hair? Brush it like this.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Right on the carpet too. She just gotta be. That's all you.
I just gotta deal with the neighbor's house.
There was nothing to do with. Everything was okay.
Are you suffering right now? No, she's fine. She's on here. She's fine.
Toss her out the door. You guys aren't even able to see this one. No. No. Can't even see it.
Yeah, you can.
Not really.
Okay.
Is it Eli's or Ellie's? E-L-Y. Is that Eli?
Give me it.
You know what it's spelled like. I just told you.
Yeah, Eli.
Is it Eli?
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
Okay. So here we have a Eli's Cream Bomb. Yeah, it is Eli. Eli's Cream Bomb. It says Eli Brothers, Owego, New York. Out of Owego, New York. That's a nice little cast on the embossing right there. Just a wee little amber bottle. The contents, as you can see, the contents is still inside it. It does have a cork in it up here. It says Qatar. Any remedy? Can't remember. Just hay fever. That's what it is. It's a hay fever remedy. There it says it. Hay fever. Pretty cool little bottles. Contents still inside it. Wish you guys could see it better. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, just a wee little bottle. This little hay fever bottle. These things date all the way back to, I think, the 1890s. We're going to do a $5 start on the little hay fever bottle. $5 start. Contents is still inside it. Some nasty stuff, so I ain't even going to try to clean it. Just leaving the cork in it. Bill is at 5, starting the clock. Needs 6 or more. I wonder if this will show it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that stuff in there's glowing, isn't it? Oh, yeah. The contents glows. Ooh. Very nice. Little hay fever bottle. Right? On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Spud at 7. Spud get in with his 7 right before Bill. Here's a cool little cutie. Check this thing out. So we dug a couple of these out of that hole. After finding the one like this, we think it was an atomizer. Would have had, how's it say? An atomizer. Oh god. We think there was a little perfume spritzer right there and a nozzle that came up. Little tiny perfume spritzer. But pretty cool little bottles. It does say maybe WT and Company on the base. Something like that. WT and Company, I don't know. Cool looking bottle. Kind of looks like a little pumpkin. But yeah, nice little blown in mold perfume. Wee little tiny thing. I'm talking tiny. Tiny little thing. There it is, all glowing.
I loved it. I loved it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
of that. Loved it.
We're going to do a $2 start on the little tiny pumpkin looking 1890s perfume. $2 start. Christine says 6. We're going with it. Needs 7 or more. Okay. Just haven't taken them off yet. You know.
I'm stuck on my toe twice now.
Have I? Toe to get out from under my foot. Need 7 or more on the little pumpkin perfume. Oh wow. On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Spud at 8. Spud at 8 on the wee tiny perfume spritzer. Next. Here we have a, this is a little different. Usually you see Hires root beers, a little prior to Hires, I think, a little older than Hires. We have, could have been around while Hires was around, I don't know. We have a Galvin's root beer. Galvin's root beer, and it's crude. It's a crude little bottle out of Pittsburgh, PA. It says, this package makes 5 gallons, 25 cents. Even has the price on there, 25 cents. Pretty cool little bottle. Galvin's root beer, Pittsburgh, PA. Nice little blown and mold root beer bottle. Not a Hires. Not a Hires. We're gonna do a $5 start on the Galvin's. $5 start on the Galvin's root beer. Pause at 5, starting the clock, needs 6 or more. I gotcha on that, Spud. I caught it. Jeans at 6, needs 7.
I'm gonna quit. Sorry. I'm gonna quit my second job here.
Paul's at 8, need 9. Nothing pawned tonight. Nothing pawned. On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Dawn Williams at 10. Dawn Williams at 10. Nice. Nice, Dawn. Next. Yeah, here we go. Here we have a Drexel's Bell Cologne with a pictorial bell on it. The Bell Cologne and Bell perfumes were sold by somebody out of Cumberland too. That's why I held on to this for a minute, because it's like, it could be a Cumberland bottle, but it is not a Cumberland bottle. This is a Baltimore bottle. There was also a Bell Cologne out of Cumberland, and it had, I saw a newspaper article that had the guy that sold them in the newspaper, but this is not one of them. This is actually one from Baltimore. Drexel's Bell Cologne. Nice pictorial little cologne bottle, and you don't really see these very often. Definitely don't see them very often. We're going to do an $8 start. $8 start on the Drexels, and I'm talking, this thing is super clean. Beautiful privy bottle. $8 start on the little Drexel's Bell Cologne. Look at that little thing. Cool little bottle. Probably dates 1890s. Oh yeah, I've dug a lot of Hoyts. A lot of Hoyts come out. A lot of different variations of the Hoyts too. This one, however, harder to find. Harder to find and cooler looking. Cooler looking than Hoyts. Drexel's Bell Cologne. Candy's at 8. Starting the clock. Need 9 or more. That is a cool root beer bottle to have. That's if you're gonna get one, that's definitely a good one to get. There's actually, oh my, we dug another one out of that hole, and I didn't take it because a lot of the lip was chipped off, and it was called a Lear's root beer extract. I cannot remember where that was out of, but it was aqua as well. It actually looked a lot like that bottle. Kathy's at 9, need 10. Candy's at 10, need 11 on lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Bill got in right before you, Kathy. That was Wild Bill at 11. Wild Bill at 11. All right. We're going to put back up the Lewis Stanky out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Sheboygan. Daggone it. Quit telling me. I don't care. I don't care.
2 other people corrected you the last time.
Well, daggone it. Lewis Stanky out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Hutchinson soda bottle. And it has like wax melted down into it. Why they did that, I don't know. We still don't know. But nice Hutch. Sheboygan.
Sheboygan. That's what you.
But we're gonna put this up again and what's that?
I don't know.
Is that in the deck?
Yeah.
I need to get the gun. Anyways. What the heck is she looking at? I hope there ain't that many of them.
Well, my cat's glitching out.
Anyways, Lewis Stanky out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We're going to do, I don't even remember what I started this at last time. I know this is a harder to find Hutch. We're going to start it, before I put it on the internet, we're going to start it at 50. We're going to start it at 50. And I know, a lot of these bottles from, Midwest, out west, they're harder to find. A lot harder to find, and they go for a decent amount of money. $50 start. $50. I think I started at 60 last time. $50 start. Right? It's real stanky. Did I really? Was it 35? I don't know. I'm starting all over. But here, we'll start at 35 again. I might have. At 40? Oh, Paul thinks 40. Here, we're going to find out. I wrote the start down.
No, you didn't.
Well, I didn't, but you did.
I did.
Whatever.
40.
40. Paul's right. It was at 40. So, we'll start. I don't know why I thought I started at 60. So, we're going to start it at 40. We'll start it at 40 again.
The value went up in a week.
Yeah, the value went up, guys. It's inflation.
It's now a week older.
Paul just watched the last auction. Shoot. The stanky leg.
Let's have a stanky leg. In Sheboygan.
Alright, I'm pulling it. Pulling it. Tag on it, Lewis.
Well, it just means next week it'll be even more expensive.
Alright, next. Yeah, next week it's probably gonna go up 10. Would I do 35 on it, Arnie? Let me think. Yeah, I'll do 35 on it. You want it for 35? I'm just gonna give it to you for 35. I don't think anybody's gonna contest you. Arnie at 35 on the hutch.
Stanky.
The stanky hutch. Definitely belongs with Arnie. It does belong with Arnie though, because that's 2 hours away. Did you say, Arnie? All right, here we have another pictorial milk. Here we have a Alderney Dairy, Green Meadow. Actually, I think it said Green Meadow Alderney Dairy. It's probably. Am I saying that wrong too? Huh? God. Fairfax Farms Dairy, 1620 First Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C. This is a cool milk bottle. It's a really cool looking milk bottle. Really nice pictorial image on there. It's got a cow and some farm fence. He's just ripping around, grazing out in the pasture. You know. Cool looking milk bottle. It is a half pint, or not a half pint, it's a pint. Really neat one there. Yeah, I can send it to Gene. Alright. We're gonna start this out at $5. $5 start. Really nice milk out of Washington, D.C. Green Meadow. Cow, he's out in the Green Meadow pasture. Eating some grass, you know. Gets you every time, 50% of the time.
Pause at 5.
Pause at 5, starting the clock, needs 6 or more. Oh. Quidditch. Yeah, they want fed. Need 6 or more. 6 or more on the Fairfax Dairy out of, I almost said Westernport, out of Washington, D.C. Westernport, Maryland.
That makes more sense now.
Candy's at 6, needs 7.
When you were pronouncing it, you had your finger over the Y. So I was like, where are you getting that burn from? I didn't see the Y until just now. Okay.
I know what you want. I know. It's the only time that you come up to me. On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul. Oh, Candy, you were just out. That was Paul at 8. Paul at 8. That's a cool pictorial milk. What down here? I have no clue where this is even from. It could be a hammer. I have no clue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know where this is from. It has a really cool name. It ain't pictorial. It's a little earlier than that last one. Here we have a Holbrooks Poplar Spring Farm Dairy. Poplar Spring Farm Dairy. Don't know where, like I said, once again, don't know where it's from. It ain't super early. It don't glow. Probably 1920s though, if I were to guess. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe 20s. Sealed B1. Don't know what that means. Usually there's a date code on that, but 1 pint. Holbrooks
Stop.
Poplar Spring Farm Dairy. Probably a PA bottle. Not
So they would
100%
say
sure,
PA or New York.
but nice looking milk bottle. Really cool name.
Brentwood, no.
Oh, it's a Maryland milk bottle. Oh my. Back up.
Stop.
Not a bad one either. We're gonna do a $5 start on it. $5 start on the Holbrooks Poplar Spring Farm Dairy. Poplar Spring Farm Dairy. Really cool name on it. Paul's at 5. Oh crap. There we go. Losing. Need 6 or more. 6 or more on the dairy bottle. Poplar Spring Farm. Cool name. 6 or more. One lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul at 5. Paul at 5 on the Holbrooks Dairy. Yeah, Maryland bottle. Who would have knew? Another one. I don't know which one. J.W. Grigg.
What is it?
J.W. Grigg Dairy.
Just G-R-E-G.
G-R-E-G-G. Alright, another milk bottle. Cool looking one, once again. Look at the neck, the diamond pattern in the neck. Decent amount of embossing. Here we have a J.W. Grigg registered dairy.
Washington, D.C.
This is the Washington, D.C. one again. 612 to 618 O Street, Northwest.
Yeah, O Street. Diamond, is that the Diamond Grist called a Diamond Grist?
It even has the address on it. Pretty cool milk bottle. We're gonna do a $5 start. $5 start on the J.W. Grigg Dairy with the street address. Paul's at 5. Needs 6 or more. For some reason, my stomach is like rolling. I might still be hungry. Who knows? Probably need some coffee. Probably need some coffee. What time is it?
8:15.
Oh my god. I don't know. I still haven't figured out why it's cutting the top and bottom of that bottle. 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Spud at 6. Spotted 6 on the JW Greg. I'm old Greg. This one glow or not. I'm surprised. Come out of the trash, but alright. One more milk bottle and then we'll switch to something else. Here we have a Uniontown Sanitary Dairy. This one is a little earlier. It should be. This came out of a trash pit years ago that had blown and mold stuff in it. Here we have, once again, Uniontown Sanitary Dairy out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And it is abbreviated PENA. Uniontown Sanitary Dairy. Uniontown is not very far away from me. We are going to do a $5 start. $5 start on the Uniontown Sanitary Dairy out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Nice PA milk. Pause at 5, starting the clock. Needs 6 or more. It's a weird looking neck too. Kind of wonky. I was up against the fence line in the yard in Mount Savage. Alright.
As
Alright.
you do.
No
As you-
Chick-fil-A pause?
Yep, as you do. Everyone does.
Chick-fil-A pause?
I have to go for it.
Yeah, get out of here. I don't have that much later.